Hello, beautiful people. I am super excited because in this video, we are going to be chatting about 5 money moves that you should be making in 2023. I decided to make this video because I feel like there have been so many different predictions when it comes to the economy, when it comes to what's going on with just money, inflation, gas prices, and there's a lot of negativity that is out there. A lot of good information, but a lot of negativity. And I also felt like there are so many things that are out of our control. Right? Like if we could control inflation, we would be controlling inflation, and we cannot. So I thought that it would be best to discuss and talk about what it is we can actually control. And that is money moves that we can make so we keep our money up. Okay, so the first big money move that you can make is laying a strong foundation. This means this means setting yourself up so that you have an emergency fund and that you have months of income set aside to cover all of your expenses. And that's going to look different for each person, right? Different people say different things, like have $1,000, have 3 months worth of expenses, have 12 months worth of expenses, etc. It's different for each person. Each person has a different financial threshold, like pain point, when it comes to certain things. So it's important that you know you and you know where your finances should be and where you like them to be for you to have peace of mind. And wherever that point is, I suggest that you hit that and make sure that that is there for you as a foundation financially. The next thing that you can do this year while the world is doing what it's doing is to educate yourself. There is a difference between money, finance, and wealth. A lot of people just kind of lump them all into one because they have to do with, currency and money, and they seem like they're all the same thing. They're not. Take the time to educate yourself and really understand what money, finance, and wealth are so that you can make better decisions. Also, educate yourself in things that you want to invest in. When it comes to money and finance, it is so great to have your money working for you, but take the time to educate yourself. There are a lot of people out here that are making a lot of promises and they are not delivering. I think, what was that crypto FTX that was in the news? And that was a trash, absolute trash. It's a hot mess of a situation. The reason I believe it's a hot mess of a situation is because a lot of people were riding this wave, but people really didn't understand what it was they were getting into. People didn't really understand how this was supposed to work. If they really delved into it, it wasn't going to work. It's a Ponzi scheme. Then when there are legitimate things that come along that sound reasonable, people are like, oh, that's a Ponzi scheme. Because they've experienced something that's similar or something that, they got burned over here with this thing. And then they're like, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. That looks bad. Don't be one of those people. Instead, take the time to educate yourself on what it is you're investing in. If you're going to choose to invest in real estate, learn about real estate, get your real estate license, become a sales associate, know what the laws are of your state or of your country. If you're going to invest in the stock market, learn what the rules and the regulations are for your state, your country, wherever it is that you are. If you're going to invest in businesses, same thing. Learn about it, educate yourself. And when I say educate yourself, I do not mean go to university. I mean walk yourself right on over to the public library, get some books and read. I also mean YouTube, find out as much information as you can. Attend seminars, conferences, workshops, courses. Educate yourself so that you have an understanding, and when you decide to actually invest, you are not only confident, but you understand what it is that you're investing in and how it's supposed to work. So if it's not working how it's supposed to, when you leave, you feel good. Or when you're like, you know what, give me my money back, I'm gonna put it into something else, you're confident in that and you know what you're doing with your money. You're not just giving it to someone else. That's my 2 cents. Moving on. While you are educating yourself on things that you want to invest in, I would highly suggest that you invest in tangible assets, depending on who you are and the amount of money that you have set aside, not including your emergency fund. I would suggest that you start investing in silver, gold, and real estate. Now, most times when people think of real estate, they think of houses, apartment complexes. I know I do. I love it. However, you can start investing in real estate in different ways on a smaller level. So sometimes it's as small as just purchasing land, lots. Hold on to it. Land is precious and it is valuable, very valuable. 2/3 of the world is covered in water. So land is a commodity, number 1. Number 2, do some more research, invest in REITs, REIT, real estate investment trust. I had to think about that, but it was kind of obvious. Real estate investment trust. But you can invest in those on like partial shares. So a portion, maybe you're not able to come in with the full amount for an entire share, but you can acquire a partial share. Those are great things, but do your research, know what you're getting into. Gold and silver, those are never gonna go out of style. I don't care who says what or how they say it. I don't care if we go full digital. I am telling you, in a world of 7 billion people plus, there are gonna be people who do not want anything to do with digital anything. There are people like that now. There are people that are not gonna wanna be a part of the central currency or like a digital currency. If we go down to like a central currency, like they're talking about, there are people that aren't gonna want that. That's a whole different video for reasons why. And then there are other people that are just gold and silver have actual utility. So even if you don't use it necessarily to like barter and trade with, you'll always be able to do something with gold and silver. They are incredible. So I would suggest that you purchase those as tangible assets. Gold right now is just under $2,000 an ounce, and silver right now is like $26 an ounce. Pick one, start putting your money in it. It is something that is also, it hedges against inflation. There are a lot of benefits to gold and silver. I like them a lot, but I also love real estate. Moving on. Next, as an adult, this is a big one. Establish a family trust. Even if you're single, establish a trust. The reason being, especially from a financial standpoint, it keeps the courts and governments out of our business. It is, in the event that you pass away, God forbid that be early, but in the event that happens, if you don't have a trust and a will set up, if you don't have your estate planned, the government comes in and they say, this belongs to us, this belongs to us, this belongs to us, and this belongs to your creditors, and your family is left with whatever they're left with. Don't do that. I would not recommend it. You can do whatever you want. Not something I would strongly recommend. A trust avoids all of that. It keeps the courts out of our business. It keeps what we have, what we own private, and it goes to who we desire for it to go to. And in case you're wondering, having that and making sure that that trust is actually like things are in your trust, that's a gangster move, FYI. The last thing that I would suggest you do this year as far as your money, getting it, keeping it, protecting it, is establishing a family bank. Do research. I am not a financial advisor whatsoever. I'm going to put that out there. Not a financial advisor. I have just done a lot of research and have been making moves for myself and my family, and it's wonderful, and I think that other people should have this as well. A family bank will allow for you to create generational wealth. So all the work that you do now doesn't stop with just you or the next generation. It produces wealth for 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 generations. I mean, this is a tool that you can use to join that old money club, but it's not going to be you that's in old money. It's going to be your great grandkids. Anyway, yes, establish a family bank. It is very simple. In doing your research and talking to different people, there's some books, I'll link them down below. And I was gonna say, like, they're not affiliate links, but I'll just link the Amazon for them down below. And I also suggest that you find a financial planner, Find a financial planner, and one that's not just pushing products, but one that understands the concept of family banking or infinite banking, and one that understands the importance of cash value in life insurance policies. That is where I would start with that. Just my advice. However, I am not a financial advisor, so take it, leave it, but family banks are legit and gangsta. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you found these 5 tips very helpful. I will see you guys in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.